When I first met Steve, a little over a year ago or more, and he had this idea and this concept of doing Breakthrough Table, I was really intrigued by the idea of anything that would help me improve myself, be the best version of myself, help others be the best version of themselves. And the whole idea of getting people together that are like-minded, kind of sharpening the saw with one another on a regular basis, was really, it was really intriguing to me. And when I say like-minded, not that we all think alike or we agree on everything, but that we have this same value around having a growth mindset and wanting to become the best version of ourselves. Probably just in my awareness, my daily awareness of my thoughts. We all come from different backgrounds, right? We bring things with us in life that can create patterns of thought, that create patterns of behavior that aren't always the most positive or the most helpful to us or to others. And I think it's created this really high level awareness of when I have a thought, what am I going to do with that thought? I even think about the phrase people have always said to me, you can't keep birds from flying over your head, but you can keep them from nesting in your hair. So as human beings, we have thoughts all the time. They may be good thoughts, they may not be good thoughts, but we have control over whether or not we let them nest in our hair, whether we let them sit in our minds and what we do with those. And so it's made me much more aware of my thought process during the day and what I'm going to do with those thoughts. The relationships. There are 4 of us plus Karen, our table leader. It's just been such a cohesive group, and to know that we can get together and really be ourselves with one another, be honest, be truthful, have deeper connection. And again, we're all aligned on having connection. That's why we're here, right? I mean, Breakthrough Table is not something for everybody. It's not something that you can whimsically join. It's got to be something you're really committed to, because we're all here for the same reason, and that's to help one another walk through life professionally, personally, and become better as individuals and for our families and friends. One of the things that I've mentioned to others, and I mentioned here earlier, is just that we all have a like mind around wanting to grow professionally and personally. One of the things I loved about the first week of Breakthrough Table and meeting everyone is that we didn't say what we do. We talked about who we are. And even our table leader at that point said, we don't need to know where you work. I mean, you can say that, but that's not all of our identity, right? And so many times when you talk to people, tell me about yourself, the first thing they start with is what they do, where they work, where they went to school. And there's so much more to us as human beings than that. And so to come together and not even know any of that for weeks until we ask each other the question, but it was more, who are you? Why are you here? And how can we all come together and really speak truth, to one another about where we're headed. And as we've been developing our purpose statements, even, to help each other refine those. And as we doubt ourselves or say something like, yeah, I don't know if I should really say that, to have a person like Colin or a person like Gwen or Eric to say, no, you really should say that. That's exactly who you are. You need to speak that. It's really powerful. You have to be ready to dig in. It's not easy work. It's like when anybody goes to have, whether it's a coaching session, executive coaching, whether you're going to a counseling session, there's work involved. I mean, you can't just come in and participate by helping other people talk through what they have, but you have to be ready to dig in. What is it that's gotten me to this point? Not sit on that, not blame that, be victimized by that, but where do I come from? Why do I think the things that I think? How am I going to change that, and do a 180 on some of those things? How am I going to apply that differently? And so Breakthrough Table isn't for everybody. I mean, I think it's amazing, right? And I'm a big evangelist for it. And when I talk to people about it, I also say there is some time commitment. There is some investing in yourself. And there are some days that feel harder rather than easier, because you are taking a really honest look at yourself, your life, your career, where you're going. And so, yeah, that's